Testing, one, two.
Why don't you ask Sarah if she'll tell the truth and come out?
Michael Myers. How's the weather in Haddonfield? Mhm. Once we get some more people in here, I'll go ahead and play this video since Isabella needs that. I'm tired of hearing her squeal about it. So we're gonna have a look at some of this stuff. Oh wait, maybe. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and let it play.
Out and tell everyone that she lied about me, everything. Otherwise, I'm going to turn the tables on her. She has been fucking talking shit and getting that fucking cunt maggot to fucking talk shit about me and lie about me constantly. This is fucking so unreal that a supposed victim would
Holy
fucking entice.
shit. We got some celebrities in the house. I love it. I'm a huge, huge fan of old school horror shows. All right. Sorry. We'll go back to playing it.
And antagonize their supposed abuser. If I was there, I'd beat both their fucking fat fucking skulls in. They're trash. These people are fucking scum. I hope they fucking both die. You know what I'm watching, motherfucker? I'm watching a video clip of Nick literally threatening to kill me. I'm going to clip it and I'm sending it to the Lincoln, Nebraska Police Department. In this video, he clearly states that if I show up there, he's going to kill me. And he just admitted that two other people conspired with Sabella to fucking put her to over into Nick's fucking life. She ain't done nothing but slander my name for a goddamn year. I'm gonna make sure that they both go to fucking prison for this shit. I got this motherfucker slandering my name every fucking day he goes on fucking line for a fucking year. And I didn't bother with them for almost 8 or 9 fucking months. go on to live on to live my life. And I got to hear about these cocksucking pieces of shit fucking slandering my name all the time. You better talk to that fat fucking Sal because I'm going to be waiting on both of them. You know what else I got evidence of, motherfucker? Him admitting that she conspired against me, which means that all of her fucking claims are false. And you're hanging out with these two fucking sickos. What does that say about you? I'll be sending you the link to the video clip that I sent to the Lincoln, Nebraska police and a picture proving that I sent it. I'm not going to stop until he goes back to jail. Because right now, the only thing I have is ruining her life. Because she fucking surely ruined mine and slandered my name. Now, everybody that I know online, nobody talks to me, nothing. I don't have any fucking friends online anymore because of her. Because of that fucking cunt, Mike. And he's next. Because I have evidence that he tortured his daughter until she blew her goddamn brains out.
This guy is Bruce. His name is Bruce, I do believe. And he's talking about his ex-wife Sabella and her new boyfriend, Nick Bravo. Yeah, he sounds really dedicated. He sounds like he's pissed the fuck off. I want to know, did he really leave them alone for 8 or 9 months? Because he's in this video clip that Sabella is, or somebody is sharing. He's saying that they actually have been slandering him for the past year, and he left them alone for about 8 or 9 months, is what he said. If that's true, then how can it be considered stalking if he's responding to their slander? And in reality, they have slandered, or I mean, maybe not slandered, but talked shit, plenty of shit from the very beginning of it all. How they could ever think that he would just not say a word is beyond me. Um, that's not to say even that I mean, Bruce is an abuser. That is a fact. There were witness statements made to police that he was being abusive towards Sabella. Now, what kind of abuse that was, that is that is a question for me because Sabella likes to use that word abuse quite often. And when we think of domestic violence and domestic abuse, we automatically, our minds take us to a physical abuse. Now, that feels manipulative if there was not actually any physical abuse and it was purely verbal and emotional. Not saying that it's any better, but I think to lead people into believing that he physically abused her is kind of wrong. No, no, none of them have actually gone to jail for abuse. There's been no convictions, nothing like that. I do err on the side of believing that he was abusive because of the statements that were made to police officers, but at the end of the day, still, he wasn't convicted of abuse. She never had him charged with abuse. She never reported. She never had. I mean, if she has evidence of abuse, why doesn't she give that evidence to law enforcement? Why doesn't she use that evidence along with this alleged stalking to get a restraining order, a TPO? I mean, if he truly is stalking her, then she should have grounds to get the charges to go to court and see a judge. I mean, we're talking about Sabella Summers. She she documents everything, and you're telling me she doesn't have like concrete evidence? She does actually. She really does. When the incident happened, when they separated, uh, he did say he wanted to self harm himself. He said he wanted to harm himself. So I think he was Baker acted, and he ended up in a hospital, but he was not actually taken or charged with anything. Um, yeah, but she does go around and tell everybody that he went to jail for domestic violence. No, you're fine. You're more than welcome to ask questions. You're absolutely fine to ask questions. I don't mind them, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Um, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna have a look at this channel here. Let's see what else they've got on there. Oh, okay. So this is obviously one of Sabella's alt. It is all about Carrie, or at least, um, this is the evidence. There's 4 videos here that are all supposed to be evidence that Carrie refuses to play. Why don't you play it? That's my question, Sabella. Oh yeah, yes. She is for a very, very fat, very, very big fat, a known liar. She is, um, she's like the Wizard of Oz. She likes to play around with the people who associate with her like puppets. She's hiding behind the curtain and manipulating things. Oh yes, Carrie. That's a whole other story. She's mad at Carrie for not calling out Bruce, I guess. I don't understand it honestly, because when it all first initially happened, Carrie was 100% on Sabella's side, you know. All the new information that was coming out, Carrie would share it with people. And then Sabella and Carrie had a falling out, and Carrie stopped showing whatever Sabella wanted her to. I mean, I think I'm pretty close to how it went. Um, Carrie, her YouTube is Bored Housewife Life. People tried to call it out. Like a handful of us tried to call out all of the shit going on in the community. But people like Sabella and a couple of others, they really had their claws just sunk deep into the flesh of some of the main content creators that were involved in the breakup of the community that we had going. Well, I mean, maybe you should subscribe to her, and maybe she'll do all of her outing herself rather than expecting everybody else to do it for her. I mean, she keeps tagging people, and I nobody cares enough. I'm just throwing you a bone. Um, I was watching Nick's live stream. Nick is her boyfriend, and he's another one that people like to make fun of and laugh at on here. And frankly, I don't care either how much people dislike him because I personally dislike him as well. He's disingenuous. Um, he's a fraud. All of this bullshit that he spouts about how it was his mental health's fault and it's not his fault. That's narcissism, sir. You were trying to say that autism and narcissism are very, very similar, and you damn sure had autism. Well, let me tell you, okay? You told everybody today that you are not officially diagnosed by any doctor with autism. So you know what that tells me? It's fucking narcissism. You know what narcissism means. It means everything is always somebody else's fault. And guess what, Nick? Every day when you fire up a live stream and you start going on and on and on and on, you are blaming other people. Go back and watch your own live streams. Watch yourself. You're a narcissist. You're not autistic. That's my little rant about that. And if you don't like me posting to my community tab about you, then unblock me. And you and Sabella, you can think that people are afraid of you and that people should fear you, but no, you're a nobody on the internet, just like everybody else. Nobody should fear you. Archive everything you want, sweetheart. Nobody needs fear you. Okay, shall we continue with this video and play the others on this channel here? It's called CCP Asylum. I will put the link to it into the chat so everybody can go to it and see it themselves. And maybe, just maybe, Sabella will feel better about her life because somebody acknowledged her victimhood. I think that's the main problem I have with this, with her constantly posting about it and stuff. Like, this shit all happened a year ago. Bruce wouldn't be fucking with you if you had just moved on with your lives. But no, you guys spent the last year doing live streams talking shit on him. And now you expect him to shut the fuck up and let you? No, no, that is not how the world works. Bruce can be a piece of shit all he wants, but that doesn't mean you're not one. Like, what do you really want from Carrie? What do you want her to do? Mm, That's what I want to know. You have all of the ability to do this outing that you are asking everybody else to do. So I guess I'm just curious as to why you're so hell bent on other people putting it up. Like, has TGR played it yet? Are you gonna go off on them if they don't? Or are we just playing selective outrage at the moment? I don't know. Let's continue this video and we'll go from there. I guess I guess that one was done. Let's go to the most let's go to one she posted 23 hours ago. This is the first one. Now her this paragraph here it says, please note in the following audio you will hear these things. He threatens me repeatedly, threatens to break my laptop so I have no way out, uses racial slurs and other slurs to denigrate me, He demands that I embrace his delusions, threatens to kill my brother, threatens to kill Mike Aloya, tells me I'm not allowed to have any friends, especially in real life, tells me if I want to stay in the relationship, I have to do whatever he says, and succumb to his attempts. I don't know. Then demands I apologize for seeing that it is his behavior who got us kicked out. Admits that yes, he did in fact assault me physically by shoving me into a shelf, causing bruises all down my right side, and ripped my necklace off my neck. Tries to claim that it doesn't count because that was the first time he laid hands on me and it wasn't intentional. My one what I want to know is why why would you put all of this out on the internet? Why? This is extremely personal. Extremely personal. Why would you put this stuff out there? What is the purpose of doing it? Um, I don't even know if I want to continue showing stuff like this because, frankly, it does make me uncomfortable. But we'll listen to this one.
Here, I'll go by myself.
All because I
Is that
asked
what you want?
I asked you
Is that
to
what you
stop
want?
stressing me out.
Everything you're fucking doing and saying right now is exactly meaning that fucking thing. And I'm sorry for yelling, but you're pissing me off with that fucking shit. You know how upset I am right now that you're taking his side and you won't even admit it. You believe a lying con artist.
I'm not taking anybody's side. I have asked you repeatedly. I am sick.
The day that we start,
I have been throwing up since
into
last night.
To leave, he's going to start trouble. I guarantee you it. I swear to God.
I have been
And
throwing
we're going
up.
to have a police officer here to get out of here. You watch what happens.
I have been throwing up since last night. I've asked
so
you.
Take your side one more time.
Repeatedly to stop.
We're watching videos from a channel called CCP Asylum. They are posting up videos, or Sabella's evidence that she has, and she very much wants everybody to see it. I apologize if it makes you uncomfortable, and I don't. I'm gonna play this one, and then I'm not playing anymore. My first impression here is that there was quite a bit. There seems to be quite a bit missing from this audio. Uh, Let me restart it, and I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because the beginning of it does it takes its time to come in.
Here, I'll go by myself.
All because
Is that what you want?
I asked you to stop stressing me out.
Everything you're fucking doing and saying right now is exactly meaning that fucking thing. I'm sorry for yelling.
Let me fix that.
And I'm sorry for yelling, but you're pissing me off with that fucking shit. You know how
Stop
what?
stressing
Because
me
it's
out.
everything yourself.
Okay.
Stay here. I'll go by myself.
All because I
Is that
asked.
what you want?
I asked you.
Is that what
Stop
you want?
stressing
Because
me out.
everything you're fucking doing and saying right now is exactly meaning that fucking thing. And I'm sorry for yelling, but you're pissing me off with that fucking shit. You know how upset I am right now that you're taking his side and you won't even admit it. You believe a lying con artist.
I'm not taking anybody's side. I have asked you repeatedly. I am sick.
The day that we start,
I have been throwing up
stuck
since
into a
last
vehicle
night.
to leave, he's going to start trouble. I guarantee you it. I swear to God.
I have been
And we're
throwing
going to
up.
have a police officer here to get out of here. You watch what happens.
I have been throwing up since last night. I've asked
You
you.
take your side one more time,
Repeatedly
sir,
to
about
stop
any
screaming.
goddamn thing,
Stop
and you
stressing
get
me
pissed
out.
off and agitated that I'm telling you the truth about what he's been doing to us and lying to you and trying to separate us.
I have asked you to stop yelling
You know
at
what?
me.
You'll stay here because I'll leave your fucking ass here. I ain't fucking kidding.
I've asked you to stop yelling at me.
I'm the one that's been
And stop
abused by this
stressing me.
motherfucker the most. I know him.
Why? How? He just said that he would leave her there. That he would just leave her and she'd be stuck. Now that makes me call into question all of her uh, accusations of being kidnapped and held against her will. If that were true, then why would he just so easily leave her there? QTC, you got a wrench. You can do as you please, honey. Bruce is still a piece of shit. He's still a piece of shit. Ain't no way I would have stuck around for it. But Sabella is not innocent, okay? She was with him for how long? And now she wants to cry racism too. Uh, I'm sorry, but you're not entitled to an answer. So now Sabella wants to call out Bruce's racism as well. And that too makes me um step back and say, hey, hold on a second. You co-signed all of that racism for the years that you were with him. And now it's a problem because you're not with him. Now it's okay. Now it's a good thing to call it out. Now you can point at him and say, "Ha, you're the bad guy. You're racist." But Sabella, how can you not be racist when you spend that many years with a racist? I'm having a hard time believing that you are not a racist as well, Sabella. I mean, wasn't that a question for quite some time because of a Confederate flag? You condoned it. You co-signed it. So that is another argument we can toss out the window, I think. But this bit where he's saying that he'd leave her there, that makes me question the allegations of being held against her will, because that is quite a hefty claim to make, and not one that should be taken lightly. So there's that.
I have asked you to stop yelling at me and stop stressing me.
Soren, did your fifis get hurt? It's okay, honey.
me
fucking
out.
thing out of you about how you fucking think it's my fucking fault, I swear to God I'll leave you as soon as I fucking get signed into that apartment. Don't you fuck with me, bitch, about that fucking shit and accuse me and fucking tell me it's my fault. He already had it planned. And that's the fucking God honest truth. And he's using it as the reason, as the excuse. So he can fucking accuse me of some shit. Paint me as a bad person. Because he's a fucking villain. This man is a criminal. He's a fucking evil person. Look at the shit he did.
No, no, not at all. He's definitely a psychopath. Um, definitely a psychopath. I don't understand. I don't understand because, okay, like I said, I don't think you were here when I was talking about it, but in another video that I played right before this one, Bruce was talking. He was, I don't know, I think it's an audio clip from one of his own streams or something. And he was claiming that he had left them alone for a good 8 or 9 months. But the only reason why he is responding to them now is because they've spent the last, according to him, they have spent the last year, quote, slandering him, end quote. So we're just playing these and I don't know, trying to get a little context. Maybe analyze things a little bit, since I mean that's what Sabella wants. So yeah. I was just kind of a third party observer, but I saw what went on. Um, and I don't know. It's YouTube. I have an opinion, so here I am. I just like all of the things that Sabella is crying foul about now. They're all. I mean, according to you, this is how Bruce is. This is how Bruce is. So how can you cry foul about things that you were very well aware of for all this time? Oh, my bad. I moved away from the computer a little bit. Let me know if it sounds any better or if it sounds worse or it'll change at all. Hey, Red Feather. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and play the video again.
I have asked you repeatedly to stop.
You fuck up with me on this shit, sir. I'm putting my foot down as a husband.
I have asked
Don't
you
you
to
fucking
stop.
dare accuse me of fucking don't you fucking dare accuse me for the reason why we're being kicked out. He's a fucking liar. You got that?
That is what he told me. That is what he told Pete. That's what he told the cops and the landlord.
He can say something 10,000 times and don't mean it's fucking true, Sarah. Jesus, you should know that about people on the internet.
God, that's really hard to listen to. Oh, uh, well, let me see if I can fix that.
He fucking Calling some fucking widow out of money.
I don't know what you're talking about. All I know is I have asked you repeatedly.
All
Stop.
you know, you don't know all of it.
I am
You don't
sick.
know
I've been throwing up
exactly
since last
all
night.
of it.
I haven't eaten.
Because you've
I've
been in
been
your fucking
sleeping.
little bully world with that group of faggots. And that shit's gonna fucking stop sometime. Because if I hear you raise a hell with them, I'm gonna smash that goddamn thing. You are not fucking up. You either fucking get your head out of your ass and you get with the fucking game so we can get the fuck out of here, or I'm fucking leaving. That's gonna be it. Because I'm tired of you and that shit too. You just don't do nothing but keep yourself miserable and work like a fucking nigger for these people. They ain't paying you shit for all that.
I am sick. I've been
So
throwing
if you want
up.
fucking out of this relationship, you better fucking decide so I can fucking go.
I want you to stop yelling at me is what I want. I've asked you. I told you I was sick. I've been throwing up since last night. I've been stressed out, and I've just asked for some peace and quiet, and instead you start another fight. All I wanted to do was take a nap, and you started a fight.
Taking the guy's side and blaming me for this shit, and it wasn't this fault. It wasn't our fault for that fucking happened. See what his lying does? See what his lying does? It started an argument between us. See how he fucking manipulated you, Sarah?
Stop!
See how he manipulated you? Say yes, damn it!
Fuck you! No! Stop screaming at me!
You better start fucking looking at the truth, woman. I'm
Just
telling you.
because you're insane
You're in
and
here
you're
with a
abusive.
fucking mean motor scooter, that motherfucker. I ain't never intentionally tried to harm you in 10 fucking years.
That's why I'm covered in bruises.
Wait on you hated
That's
to it.
why I'm covered in bruises. Okay.
You think he would have fucking done all this shit? He didn't know how to do the shit I did to fucking get your eyes fixed.
Yeah, you've never harmed me. That's why I'm covered in bruises.
What do you want, Sarah?
I want you to stop yelling at me.
I will stop yelling, but you gotta tell me
And
what
stop
you want.
accusing me of shit. And stop acting
It
like...
sounds like everything you want doesn't include me. Sounds like you want everything for your fucking self.
Because I asked for peace and quiet because I am stressed out. And I've been sick and not eating and not sleeping. And you fucking...
Your brother in Texas, I'm gonna kill him and go to prison. I'm gonna murder this motherfucker.
For fuck's sake.
Because all this misery and destroying my life and separating me and my wife, this is all his goddamn fault to begin with. And you fucking accused me? Goddamn you, Sarah McCard. You piece of shit for fucking thinking that about your husband who ain't done nothing but take care of you for 10 fucking years. You see how he manipulates you? Do you see that?
Stop yelling at me.
Do you see now how he's manipulating you?
Stop yelling at me.
I want you to see that. I want you to fucking understand it.
Stop yelling at me. Leave me alone.
Do you see how he's manipulating?
Stop. Just stop.
Don't talk to him anymore about anything. I don't want you talking to his family.
I'm not... Amanda is my
No,
best
she's not your
friend.
fucking friend. Look at the bullshit she got you into before.
Oh my god. Amanda has never done anything wrong to you. You were just insane.
You call her, I'm fucking gone. I don't want you touching that phone, talking to her. You might as well delete the goddamn number. I ain't fucking with her ever. I don't want her to ever know where we're at. Nobody here.
Fuck off. You're not gonna tell me. I have already told you this is the
plenty other
line.
people to associate with online.
You are not gonna tell me who I can talk to. That is period. End of story. I've already told you that. I've told you repeatedly, I will not be controlled. I am not a fucking dog for you to whip around.
You're going to be with me. You're going to tell me what I fucking say until we get out of here. And you're going to stop talking to Mike. You're going to stop fucking listening to his bullshit, Con, because all he's trying to do is put a wedge between you and me. And he's already done it.
You're the one putting the wedge.
No. See, you fucking taking his side.
No, you accusing me of shit. And then starting a fight.
It's over. Good luck with your life. I'm going to make plans to fucking leave by myself.
Okay, guys. How's this? Is this better? Listen, Soren. Let's get one thing straight. I don't do what you say. You don't command me. And I didn't hear you say anything when people in around you in Carrie's community were talking their shit. Okay? You have done enough talking shit as well. You get what you get. So fucking get over it. Put on your big girl pants or your big boy pants. I don't fucking know. But put them on and get the fuck over it. Seriously, Soren? Coming out of Carrie's community? I play by y'all's rules. I don't have to call out shit. Yeah, it's kind of hypocritical when this person is from a whole ass community who likes to ignore what their buddies do. You don't scare me. I don't know what you think you can threaten me? You don't scare me, Soren. Apparently, Hillary called Soren a slut when she was on my panel, and Soren has got their panties in a twist about it. Soren, you talk shit all the fucking time. Stop being a fucking snowflake, weak ass bitch. There. Now you can fucking talk shit to me. Now you can be mad at me. You sat there and just totally ignored the shit that was being said about Iconic's kid. You didn't care about none of that, did you? You didn't care when fucking some idiot was going around talking about my medical conditions. Thank you, Gibby. Thank you for putting it into perspective. Love it. You can't sit there and surround yourself with people that all you do is talk shit and then cry about it when somebody talks shit to you. Like, grow a pair. Anyway, I stopped the video right here because it seems to me like Sabella chose to stay. So she can't say that she was held against her will. That is absolutely no. Because Bruce is telling her that they'll separate if she because he won't tolerate this person, and I don't know. Doesn't Bruce have a right to not be around somebody? If if let's say he had a friend that made Sabella uncomfortable and she didn't want this friend around, wouldn't that be within her rights? Now, he is absolutely being extremely vile and abusive in the way he's talking to her. Um, I will still say that there's a lot of this that is missing, like what led up to this. I feel like this audio is taken widely out of context, but nobody deserves to be talked to like that. And that should have been the end of it. Um, if if at this point he had this was normal and he had put his hands on her, this should have been absolutely the point where she said, "Fine, I'll have my friends and you can leave me. Go ahead." That's what I would have said. Go ahead, leave me then. Do it. This is valid. This is very valid. I can relate to being stuck with somebody. I can relate to that. I am thankful that I'm no longer stuck, but I didn't. No, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to tell people that I was held against my will. I'm not going to tell people that my ex wanted to keep me isolated against my will and I didn't have any choice, because that's not the case. I think 3 times in just this conversation that we have heard, he's mentioned leaving her. Yeah. Yeah, Bruce is a piece of shit. Bruce is a whole piece of shit. Yep. Well, and that's another thing is that I don't know what more does Sabella want done about Bruce, is one of my questions, I guess, because she very much wants something to happen. She wants creators to share these videos. But why? Why would you want other people? Why would you want the world to see this? Why would you want the world to see this? Why is it so important that Carrie and Rabbit Old Bat and whoever else you guys are talking about, why is it so important that they believe you? This is traumatic. This is triggering. And just to, I mean, there's no warnings. It should be a content warning for sure. I mean, this is literally abuse. Is this even allowed on YouTube? Well, that's debatable because the beginning of this audio clip that is here, you can tell it's the audio was recorded in the middle or towards the end of their argument, and who knows, they could have been arguing. Now, I remember with my ex, we would argue for hours, back and forth, both of us saying horrific shit to each other. um I don't like that word. Let's not go there. Oh, Miss Mud Duck, how are you? How's work? I don't know if I want to play the rest of this. Oh yes. That's another thing, is at the beginning of the recording, she's almost it almost sounds like she's trying to recap what had just previously happened, because she was trying to get him to repeat whatever it was that he had said before she started recording. Oh yes. This is alleged. I don't know if Carrie is a drunk, but that is a very rude thing to say. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, this Mrs. Mudduck is true. This is true, allegedly. Well, to stall a little further, how is everybody doing? It is factual. Allegedly. All right, fine. I'll play the stupid video.
Because you're taking a side. No, I'm not taking a side. I'm not apologizing for telling the truth. I am not apologizing for telling the truth. I do not apologize for telling the truth. No. You were the one who started the fight over Nick. Anywhere with you ever if you don't fucking tell me you're sorry for falsely accusing me for fucking the reason why we're getting.
Okay, there it was. Started the fight over Nick. Now I really want to know how long this fight's been going on for, because if it started over Nick, then Bruce, in my opinion, has a valid reason to argue with Sabella. And again, we don't know how all of this started, how it escalated, and how it got to the point where it's at now. Because I remember during the fights I had with my ex-husband, we both would say whatever we could that would hurt the other to set the other one off. At the end of the day, the bad guy was whoever got the most pissed. And that's the truth. I can be upfront and real about it. That's the damn truth. So from my experience with my own divorce, I'm wondering where's the rest of this argument? And if it started because of Nick, then I can totally understand why Bruce would be pissed. Look where they're at now. I mean, everybody in Carrie's community was calling Sabella out for it constantly about how she behaved around Nick. Some people told her that it was disturbing because she's married. Other people told her to go for it. If she was unhappy in her marriage, then she should go for it. But it was probably at minimum, I want to say 2 months before all of this stuff went down when a lot of us were calling it. We were calling it that she was trying to get with Nick. So if Nick is the reason that this argument started, then that's a valid reason to start an argument with your wife. Me too. Me too. My boyfriend treats me like a queen. He texts me every single morning, and it's either morning gorgeous, morning love, morning beautiful, morning queen. And it's just the most amazing. Never in my life have I ever had somebody make me feel like a queen. And I definitely recommend it. Yep. I didn't know that. So this whole idea, like, I guess for me, it's safe to say Sabella is painting the narrative quite a bit. She is painting it and trying to increase, I don't know, increase the level of her victimhood. Like, yes, she's a victim and she's trying to be more of a victim, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I know. It's the honeymoon phase. Right, exactly. If you have a husband that loves you dearly, of course he's going to get pissed off. And it's like I said, this is, let me look and see exactly. This is a 9-minute long audio. Now, if you've ever gotten into a fight with your husband, you know that the fight doesn't just last 9 minutes. Okay? There is a huge chunk of this argument missing. Right, exactly. Exactly. And then to paint a man in such, I mean, I don't know. Bruce can fuck off. He can fuck all the way off. I don't give a fuck about him. This is not to clear him in any way. He's a piece of shit. I'm pointing out this what Sabella is trying to do, and she's trying to manipulate everybody into believing that, not even manipulate into belief, because the domestic violence, the abuse was there. The abuse was there. It's like I said, she's trying to make herself into some like more of a victim, into like, I don't know. She's trying to make it to. She's trying to exaggerate the details. 9-minute policy. What does that mean? No way. If that's the case, then but still, couldn't there be more? Uh, couldn't there have been a better like? All I know is I feel like there's a lot of context missing, so I don't see how that can be evidence. I mean, shit. Oh God, it is evidence. It's it is evidence of a sort. But again, like, Bruce was never charged with anything. He was never charged. He was never convicted. So now, are we trying to convict him in the court of social opinion, or what? What's happening here? I'm just trying to understand why Sabella is so desperate and why she wants to continue. Like, it's been a year. Can't you move on with your life? Ah, no. Oh, that's too much. If you have evidence, then post it, I suppose. I don't know. Post it, and I don't know. I'll see if I can't get to it whenever you have it uploaded, and I'll share it too if you want. I don't know. I'm just doing this because I felt like it. To be honest, there's no good reason. That's still no. That's rude. That's rude. It kind of did, yeah. It did and it didn't, because see, from if there had been charges brought against Bruce, and the witness statements that were made at the scene were taken and brought to court, then that would look very badly on Bruce. He broke down though. He didn't want. He didn't. I don't think he. And even when she's claiming he put bruises on her, he doesn't even address that. Like, he doesn't say it didn't. I didn't hear him say yes or no that he had done that. She did tell everybody he went to jail, but he did not go to jail. He was Baker acted. Honestly, the man seems too weak to be scary or intimidating at all. And like, with the way that Sabella likes to act, like, she threatened me with screenshots that I don't even give a fuck about. The way Sabella acts, her personality is very domineering. And is the one that seems to be the one that would punish somebody for not doing what they wanted. I mean, she threatens people with screenshots all the time. She's always threatening people with her archive of junk. if they don't comply with her. That's abusive. That's an abusive personality. It sounds to me like the both of them were abusive. Sounds to me like they needed to end the relationship a long time ago, and at that point, they were both just being toxic abusers. Right. The more I am seeing, the more she releases of this shit, the more it looks like she was playing a 50-50 role in the toxicity of that relationship. Okay, she 50-50. So, Sabella, keep releasing stuff so we can see more of your personality. Because Bruce isn't the only one getting exposed when you do that. It can be. I don't see. I guess then my opinion is that it can be a thing. I mean, I was in a relationship and my ex was, I could very much say some of the same things. I mean, I didn't see my family for 2 years. And I didn't even realize what was going on when it was going on. But by the end of our relationship, it had gotten so toxic that we were both being abusive to each other, verbally at least. Yeah, I would say verbally and emotionally, we were both abusive to each other by the end of it. And I'm not proud of that at all. I hated being that way. I hated feeling that darkness inside me. And it wasn't worth it. But at the end of the day, it was the both of us treating each other like shit. Yeah. Yep. Everybody, as far as everybody knew, he went to jail. And of course, Bruce couldn't dispute that because he was in the hospital. So it was perfect setting for her. Right. Well, that's true, but there was still probably a lot better ways to go about doing what she did. Um, like I said, it was probably about 2 months before all of this went down. A whole bunch of us were kind of discreetly calling Sabella out for how she was behaving with Nick. So she could have handled the leaving her husband situation kind of differently because it shouldn't have even played out online. Yeah, that's the damn truth. I would agree if, but it depends on the person. It really depends on the person, and I don't see Sabella having that weak will to submit like that. I don't see Sabella as the submissive type at all. She is more of the dominating type. Her personality is more dominant. Yeah, they are. And Bruce says in the first video I played, he says that he left them alone, completely alone, for 8 or 9 months. And they spent, excuse me, let me get a drink. But Bruce claims that he left Sabella and Nick alone for 8 or 9 months, and they spent that entire time talking about him. And if that's true, I don't see where Sabella and Nick can call Bruce a stalker when the reality is he's just responding to all of the shit talk. I mean, it's shit talk versus shit talk. And see, and that I don't believe. I just don't believe it. Because I remember her like joyfully bragging about Bruce coming home with her favorite liquor. I remember her doing that. So she is very, very much exaggerating her situation in order to make herself seem and like to expand her victimhood. Well, QTC, I guess my point is nothing that is being shown or has been shown is conclusive either. I mean, it is selective recording. We don't know what was said or done in the time before the recording started. And it's like Red Feather mentioned earlier, if I can go up to it. Mm. I can't remember now. Right. It's like everything they're doing and then everything that they have done for the past year has been to stick it to Bruce. Now, if that's the way that Sabella operates, then imagine the length of arguments and what was going on during the argument before the recording started. There's no way that Bruce just started at that level of anger. It's this audio is taken out of context. What if, let's say, hypothetically speaking, devil's advocate, what if Sabella, in the portion of this argument that we don't have, was exaggerating or rubbing it in or doing things to pick at Bruce to pick, and just specifically to set him off? What if that is the case? What if Sabella is also at fault? What if Sabella is not as innocent in this situation as she would like everybody to believe? What if, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, Bruce and Sabella are both massive pieces of shit? I mean, that's way easier to believe than anything else that comes from Sabella. All right. Well, I'll stick in here for another 5 minutes if anybody, in case anybody wants to chit chat or whatever. But I am I'm done reviewing that for the time being. Maybe I'll do some more tomorrow or sometime in the future. Right. And I would go as far as to say that none of this needs to be on the internet. None of it. I would be absolutely humiliated to have my fights with my ex-husband blasted on the internet because, like I said, I know and I could admit that I played a part in those arguments and fights as well. I'm doing all right. How are you? Yeah, the audio we just listened to, that didn't need to be out on the internet. You've already made the case that Bruce was abusive. The case has been made. So I don't see why you need to have those people, Carrie, Rabbit Old Bat, and whoever that third guy was. I don't know. Why is it so important that these people display your personal stuff to their audiences? Why would you want that? Why? I don't get it. If anybody has an idea of why somebody would do something like that, I mean, is it just for attention? Maybe? I don't know. This shit should be private. Exactly. That's exactly right. I have definitely learned you shouldn't even talk about your private life in private because it doesn't matter. People on the internet are not your friends. Yeah, but I highly doubt Carrie's important to you. What's the truth? I forgot already. I have a terrible memory, guys. I uh I have the memory of a goldfish. No, not really, but sometimes. You know how when you walk into the kitchen or you walk into the living room to get something and you just stand there because you forgot what you came to get? That's me every day. At least I'm not alone. I've tried to watch Carrie a few times, but it's her everything about it is annoying and unpleasant. What is this? Just what is it? What is it? Are we am I getting old? Is that what it is, Red? Am I getting old? Fuck. No, you guys are. I think you guys are old. I'm sorry, but I think you guys are old. And if you relate, that means I'm old too. Fuck. Oh well. I guess we're old. Yeah. Yep. You're not wrong. Oh my gosh. I ran out the other day. I gotta go get more. Oh, I'm a little bit older than 25. I'm 53. A dino duck? I want a dino duck. Damn, even I must say it. I look good for 75. What? You don't think I aged well? Fine wine. This is totally possible. All right, guys. I gave you more than 5 minutes, but I'm gonna get out of here now. No, I'm totally 53. Totally 53. Mhm. You guys have a good night.